feels right, I guess.
All right, who
NL?
NL, yeah, NL. Who do you got from NL?
Mookie Betts. I think Bellinger's out early. It doesn't sound good. Right now, he's on the 10-day IL, if I'm not mistaken, but it does not sound good. I think Mookie's gonna help sustain I think Mookie's gonna keep him, let's say 3-game series. Mookie's gonna win 2 of them for you, I would say. So I think Mookie's gonna keep him in it. And then Mookie, I think, blows up in the playoff this year.
Bro, Mookie wasn't even in my. I think it is either going to what's his name, Juan Soto. There was another person, or Acuna.
I like Acuna. I thought you were going to say Acuna.
Acuna's my first pick, or Soto. Acuna or Soto.
I do like Acuna. I was thinking of Acuna. He's off to a hot start, but I don't really like Soto.
The way he's hitting, he's projected to hit over 50 home runs.
Yeah, and but think about it.
He's going to hit 50-50. Like, if he keeps going, he's going to hit 50-50.
I see that. But when I see great teams like that, the person who benefits the most, I think, is the alpha male, the big dog on that team. And to me, that was my third pick out of the NL would be Freddie Freeman. I think Freddie Freeman grabs himself a Gold Glove, an MVP, and possibly maybe a chip this year.
They lost Soroka, man. They're on a long road. Honestly, without the Braves, they lost Mike Soroka.
So, do you see their I mean, not so. I know what you mean. That's a big part. But do you see their offense?
Yes. Their offense is nothing to scoff at. I mean, even their catcher can hit 25 home runs like it's nothing.
And then the rest of their pitching ain't so bad. Like,
yeah, Ian Anderson is pretty good. There's one kid that's pretty good, but like it's they are. Look, it's nothing against them. It's their offense is good. They got Ozuna. They got Freeman. Albies, like
they're solid.
They're solid. That's why
they were there last year too.
That's why I put Acuna over Juan Soto. Juan Soto is right now on a Nationals team that is like taking on water. They're taking on water. Like Patrick Corbin, I knew it was a bad signing. I absolutely knew it. Like
Strasburg is limited.
Max
Scherzer's a beast, but sometimes he misses a few starts here.
Right now, he's a little off. There's something off about
Scherzer. Yeah, but at the end of the day, I feel comfortable he'll get to where he's at. But he's always something pitch nerve in his neck. Like there's always crazy stuff, and he still manages. Yeah. But I know he always misses a few starts here and there. But like at the end of the day, season over, you know he's gonna produce. He has yet to produce, but I don't like the Nats. Too inconsistent.
Absolutely, yeah.
So you're gonna stick with Acuna? I'm
gonna stick with Acuna. Like Mookie, okay, fine. With Bellinger out, he honestly has Corey Seager, Turner, Muncy, like protecting him. He's fine.
And then the pitching.
Bro.
Their number 4 is Uris, I think. Like
they have David Price in the bullpen. They have Tony Gonsolin in the bullpen because they can't fit them all in a rotation. Like they would have gone. They were thinking of doing a 6-man rotation with 8 amazing pitchers. Like
that's a Joe Maddon team right there. Can you imagine Joe Maddon on that team coaching though?
You really like Joe Maddon.
I mean, you don't?
He's okay. I don't like him that much.
Tell me a manager in the last 10 years, full body of work, 10 years, better than Joe Maddon.
Terry Francona.
Oh. What was Terry Francona's last chip?
Oh, okay, fair enough. But I'm just saying, with the Indians, he's not doing horrible. It's not like the Indians are bad.
The Indians were better than Tampa on paper. Named Lindor, Ramirez. There's nobody that Joe Maddon's had with that kind of name on Tampa.
Okay, fine. On Tampa, fine.
Evan Longoria. Then you look at Evan Longoria now, like B.J. Upton, Carlos Pena. Like these were his guys, bro. And then like
it's not. You're saying it as you're saying as
Chicago.
You're saying as if like Maddon has had a chip with Tampa. I get it. It was a
He
team.
almost.
You're right.
And who did he go through? And who did he go through?
But how many
He
chips
almost had 2.
how many chips does Terry have?
I mean, but he had the Red Sox.
yeah.
But he had Manny,
Yo.
bro. He had Pedro. He had Manny. He had Ortiz.
And what did it take?
Nixon.
What did it take Joe Maddon? What did it take to Joe Maddon finally win
That's
a
not the
chip?
same. Chicago with his best player
John
being
Lester, Jake Arrieta, Kyle
John Lester.
Hendricks.
No, but see, that's the problem. John Lester, after the Red Sox, claimed him no good. Which
Are you
I'm not
kidding
saying
me?
that thing. I'm not saying that. Hold on, but let me finish. I'm not saying
With
that.
the contract he got, he was not considered.
But I'm not saying that. Arrieta, he was considered okay, but like we didn't even want to sign him, and he was going to give us a discount. Arrieta wasn't that big of a name before being in Chicago. Kyle Hendricks.
Yes, Kyle Hendricks was a rookie, but I mean, with
Bro,
It's
his
not-
best,
if- if you think-
offensive player could be debated between Chris Bryant and Anthony Rizzo.
okay,
You ask
okay,
any GM, you ask any manager, they're taking probably both Lindor and Jose Ramirez over those two.
yes, but all I'm saying is it's not like they're bad names. They weren't bad names. They were
a
the
run.
top prospects at that time. It's not like
They made a run.
Tampa had top
Who?
top prospects.
Tell me Tampa's best player when Joe Maddon was on there.
Evan Longoria and Carlos Pena.
That's not.
Yeah.
Jose Ramirez runs laps on Evan Longoria.
Javi Baez is just as good as Jose Ramirez.
Not with Joe. When John Maddon had him, Javi Baez was just on the up and coming, and that's my point. He was
But
nobody before Maddon got there.
Joe Maddon was still in the team when Javi Baez was hitting bombs.
Exactly, but what was Javi Baez before? Because if you remember, it's Starlin Castro.
He had Jason Hayward.
What was Jason Hayward in St. Louis and stuff?
No, he was just Chicago.
I know, but what player is Jason Hayward when he's in St. Louis? That's my point. You look at the players before or even after Joe Maddon, and you see the difference in stats.
But all I'm saying is just you're saying was not Jason Worth thought to be an amazing player and signed a huge contract, just like when the Red Sox signed like Manny Ramirez. I'm just saying Terry Francona is a better manager.
I don't think.
And
In what sense? Like
it enough that you shouldn't be gagaing that much.
the guy won World Series for us, so I wish I could say Francona, but statistically, I'm about to pull it up. I believe Joe Maddon still has better numbers than Francona. I'm gonna pull it up, but like, nah, bro. I think Terry Francona throughout his career has had better players and has done less than what Joe Maddon's done with not as good of players.
Thought you had this researched up. You did not know what we were talking about. The random.
I didn't know we were going. I didn't know we were going to go into winning percentage from Joe Maddon and Terry Francona.
Right. I feel sorry for you.
So he's a 543 win percentage career-wise. Terry Francona.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look. 543. Let's look at him. 537. Right there. 543, 537. And he came from Tampa, bro, where they did not spend money. Bro, this man's a problem.
Wait, do you think
at least?
Okay, this is what I'm saying.
At least give him 2 years, and then let's come back to this conversation because I think it's fair that he has a Mike Trout now and an Anthony Rendon to see what he really does with one of those caliber players. Because Francona had, we can go through the list: Johnny Damon, Manny Ramirez, David Ortiz, Trot Nixon.
Can I say this? I think the team the Indians are right now, Indians don't spend that much money.
Mm-hmm.
And Tampa, when Joe Maddon was on them, it's a pretty much the same picture.
And that's what I agree. And I think
the Red Sox and Chicago comparison is the same thing.
No. They both spent money, but the caliber and players they have was very different.
But no, bro, come on! You got to be kidding me! It's the same thing. It's like saying when Dustin Pedroia and Jacoby Ellsbury came up.
Who is Chicago's best pitcher? Who is Chicago's best pitcher? While
Jake Arrieta.
Who are you taking? Jake Arrieta or Pedro Martinez? Not including David Wells. None of these. Who are you taking? David Ortiz or Anthony Rizzo? Who are you taking? Adrian Beltre, you, or Chris Bryant?
Chris Bryant.
I'm not taking him over Adrian Beltre.
Oh, you're right. You're right. The numbers he performed. Oh, you're right. Yeah. Yeah.
Shortstop. Nomar Garcia Parra or Javi Baez. But remember, you're gonna say Javi
Right,
Baez because of the last 2 years.
Okay. I'm saying Nomar Garcia Parra wasn't part of the champion. It wasn't part of the championship.
But I'm talking about players that Francona's had.
But
Alex
Francona
Gonzalez,
only.
You can go through them.
You know, I don't think Francona had him more than a couple months. He wasn't on the same team as Francona for only a couple months. He was traded the first year Francona joined the Red Sox.
Was it the first year?
I think so, yeah. So that left him with like Julio Lugo, Alex Cora,
Gonzalez. There's a lot of them still, bro.
Alex Gonzalez and
Orlando Cabrera.
Orlando Cabrera, that's the one I was thinking about, yeah.
So he got with them 04, their first championship. Oh, you're right. I think Garcia Parra did get shipped out before then.
Yeah,
Let me look.
I told you. So he didn't have that much. But I mean, the Red Sox had to jump through shortstop, and Joe Maddon, all he needed to either Javi.
Yeah, you're right. He got traded that year, 04.
Yeah.
So he did have him for a little bit.
So he
but
either
still,
had Javi Baez
I just went through the list, bro. We didn't even talk about Johnny Damon, Trot Nixon, even Coco Crisp when he was playing well. Like, there's so many, bro. Josh Beckett. Do we forget that we stole Josh Beckett?
Yeah.
After winning a championship.
Mike Lowell. Oh my God.
David Wells.
Mike Lowell. Wow.
There's so many, bro. There's so many players that Terry Francona had, and he did good with them. But the best player John Maddon had, like you said, pitcher-wise, you could say Arrieta in Chicago, which for a team that spent as much money as Chicago did, Arrieta at the time for 1 or 2 years was top of the league. He was an ace, but like Terry Francona's had much better aces along the way, and that's the thing. Hitting wise, who are we really comparing to Ortiz alone? Not even including Manny Ramirez when he was, like.
Yeah. Okay. All right. But I'm gonna go.
Even JD Drew.
I was gonna say
that contract we gave JD Drew.
He was injured most of the time, but the big thing I remember of JD Drew, he's still injured, comes in during the playoffs, hits a grand slam.
Yeah, we needed that.
But
that was also what, 20 million grand slam? What was that? A $20 million grand slam we needed?
Okay. I will give Joe Maddon the benefit of the doubt.
No. Give him 2 years.
I'll give him 2 years with LA. With
2 years in LA, and then see. We'll come back and have, because I'm telling you,
I honestly
2 years of Trout.
Because I honestly,
like you said,
if LA does not make playoffs this year, LA is going to sign a pitcher during the offseason. Yeah. So with that,
LA should make the playoffs. They should. But I do give them to next year, because every team, Miami, when LeBron went to Miami, every team, no matter how stacked it is in talent, needs some time to get the chemistry. Next year. After next year, if he doesn't do anything with it, I'll concede Terry Francona over Joe Maddon.
I'll give him next year. If he does, if not, and Terry Francona is doing pretty good with the Indians. This is my conditions. Okay. Indians need to not make the playoffs. They just lost Francisco Lindor, and if they make the playoffs without Francisco Lindor, I'm saying Terry Francona is a problem. And before
I take that. Wait, but hold on. I agree to that if Indians make the playoffs and Angels don't. I know Angels have a better team and they should make the playoffs, but that would say something. The fact that Terry Francona can get them into the playoffs without anybody and Joe Maddon didn't.
Exactly.
But like there are a lot of teams that are so that make the playoffs. Like Oakland, before Oakland started like really making it, they were so when they were starting to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So yeah, if they win, if they make the playoffs and Angel doesn't, I can concede after this year too. Because unless Trout goes down, Rendon, God forbid, knock on wood, unless they all go down, I won't even say specific names. They should make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So since we're on this topic, let's get into Joe Maddon, Manager of the Year for me. AL, who do you have?
For the AL Manager of the Year? It honestly all depends on what the ending is for any like thing, but I have to say Blue Jays need to make playoffs. If Blue Jays make playoffs, Blue Jays manager Charlie, I think Charlie Montoya. And it's nothing like I would choose Terry Francona too, but Terry Francona has a bigger like bigger thing that he needs to do. He not only make playoffs, but go deep into playoffs. Not saying win a World Series, but deep into playoffs. Indians go make it. Terry Francona got it.
Okay.
So let's say who's your second pick besides Joe Maddon? Who?
Alex Cora. Just because I think there's going to be enough of a difference from last year to this year, but I don't necessarily think he should win.
No, but that's the thing. It literally defines if
you can see it because that 1 year gap when he wasn't there, and they haven't gotten any other better players.
There's no change. Yeah, there's no change. So
we lost Benintendi and stuff. So if anything, we should have declined. We haven't signed a player.
If anything, Hunter Renfroe isn't doesn't give the same numbers.
I take Jackie Bradley Jr. over Hunter Renfroe.
Yeah, but I can't believe I didn't even think about Alex Cora. But yeah, if they make playoffs, they were thought to be a third or fourth place team beginning of the season.
Yeah, but it's still early. I don't want to jinx this, so I'm gonna get off that. And now, who you have? Well, I could go first.
Oh, NL manager.
Can you go first?
Yeah, go first.
So Dodgers is excluded because that's an all-star team.
Yeah.
It's most likely going to go to them. But if it's not Dodgers, I got Craig Counsell, Brewers.
Oh, yeah. Like, you can't exclude the Brewers, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Padres manager, Jancy Tingler, I think. Jancy Tingler. I'm gonna just call him the Tingles. Yeah, I'm going with Tingles because it's the Padres. Like, yes, they have a star-studded team, but think about it. Their main core is still young. Fernando Tatis, Jake Cronenworth,
But do you see him winning it off talent, or you think he can mesh them together?
What do you mean? What do you mean mesh them together?
So, Craig Counsell's my first pick, but my second pick is Torey Lovullo, Arizona. But the thing is, Arizona has the potential to make it there, but they just haven't put it together. I think that would take a manager. Padres, I feel, is in the same category. Padres have a better potential of being a contender, but without the proper manager, I don't know if they can get there.
Do you have faith in the Diamondbacks, even though they just lost their top pitcher? I think they lost their top pitcher for the year.
I like Torey Lovullo a lot. I think they're a really good team. Peralta, Christian Walker. I think they have many great players. I think they're just young and they don't come from like a tradition of winning. And I think that's something that has to be installed in them. But Torey Lovullo, I think, is the guy. I do see the Dodgers going forward starting to become a contender.
Yeah. It's nothing against Dave Roberts or anything, but it's just he has the team to win.
Yeah, he should win that.
Like, if he wins manager, it sucks. Like, even if you're a good manager, you have a good team, and it gets you. You're more likely to be winning manager of the year if you have a okay team, but make it all the way deep into playoffs, which kind of sucks about AL manager of the year.
Yeah,
because people look at what's the difference. He's a good manager.
Let me ask you something. Aaron Boone turns in around, finishes second in the East, steals a wild card. He's not your manager of the year?
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
So off camera, the reason I'm surprised by this is off camera you were saying they've dealt with so much injuries and big blows, et cetera, et cetera. So that's what I'm saying. If he turns it around, finishes close in the AL, maybe doesn't win it, but second, but definitely clinches a playoff wild card, you don't have him as your manager? Or does it depend if Alex Cora comes out the East?
Yeah, it depends if Alex Cora comes out the East. If it's Red Sox first, Yankees second, Alex Cora ahead of him, or even Yankees first and Red Sox wild card. I think Alex Cora has him over.
That's a good point. And this all matters if Toronto's there or Tampa.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't forget about Kevin Cash.
Like, I'm still a little mad about Kevin Cash about taking Snell. I'm totally on Snell's side. Like, let him finish the goddamn inning.
I'm not on that side. I saw that game. Good pull. If you don't pull him, everybody says he was struggling. He was starting to get out of control. You lost yourself a playoff game. Kevin Cash the whole season was doing multiple starters, multiple pitchers coming in for a couple innings, going out. If he was inventing at that point, if it was something new, I'd be like, okay. But he was doing that all season. And it's a playoff game. It's do or die.
Yes.
I understand Snell's elite, but he's also, it wasn't the first inning, it wasn't the second inning. He was tired. He's been out there. He was starting to get beat up.
I didn't feel like he was getting beat up. I felt like he was dominant. He, like, the confidence he showed, like, telling your manager to back the hell up. I think, like, it doesn't make you weak. It makes you, like, confident in your players. And like, then trading him? Like, what?
I think they just knew what it was. I think that was a pretty good trade.
And I have no hate towards Blake Snell going out, like, doing Twitch or anything like that, and, like, telling his grievances. Like, he has a full right to do that. It's like, it's his grievances. Like, he's pissed off. Like, he wanted to win a chip. It's the playoffs. It's what every player wishes for when they were. Every young kid wants to be in that situation, and then you take that situation away. Not only take it, but end up losing that situation. Like, that's, like, yeah, he was mad, and he wanted to get his feelings out. Totally.
Yeah, I'm not mad about him. I'm not mad at him for being mad. I get that too. But I just, as a manager, I think it's the right decision. I think that's what you get paid for.
Yeah. Okay.
Feels right.
So we have MVPs and finished managers. I think it's fair we wait a week or so before we get into Rookie of the Year.